Good morning, fellow and future weirdos of the flock. How are you? I hope you are doing great. So, we left off yesterday on Genesis 25. Sariah just had, well, she had Jake and Esau, right? And then she died, and they was grown. And then, um, Ish, so Sarai died. She had Jake and Esau. And then Abe died a little while later, like 25 years after Sarai died. Uh, Abe died. So Jake, what the fuck? It just happened. Rachel. Abe died. Isaac and Rachel had twins, Esau and Jake. Okay, but they was like warring inside Sarai's belly, and she was like, the fuck, and God's like, two nations, and she's like, ah. So then she had them, and it was a fucked up thing somehow. Esau was born first, but Jake was holding on to his foot, so he was kind of had it at the same time. Okay, and then like they grew up, and it seems like Jake was purposely a vagrant because it says he's one that lived in tents. So, like a super vagrant, a vagrant that had a house. And then I know somebody like that has a house but wants to live in their car. Anyway. So, Jake is the kind of guy that is a vagrant. And Esau is the kind of guy who has hard work or likes hard work. That made him Isaac's favorite. But because Jake is like a housewife, he ended up being Rachel's favorite. So then Jake is making this super succulent, savory stew. And Esau's like, the fuck, it smells so good. And then Jake's like, give me all your shit and you can have Das Bum Diggity Stew. So Esau's like, okay, I'll give it to ya. I'll sign it over. And Jake's like, pinky promise. And Esau's like, pinky promise. Yo, that stew was so worth it. And Jake's like, I know, but I'm not going to make a lot of money off of this stew. So thank you. Thank you. Right. And then it says after that, when Esau had finished and drank some water, he went on his way. And then it doesn't say Esau hated Jacob. Like, I don't know why they say that because that's not what it says. It says Esau despised his birthright, which to me means he moved the fuck away. He's like, I don't want this shit. So we moved away so we wouldn't be reminded that that stew was so fucking good. So it seems like he moved away a little bit because he's like, I don't got to be involved in this shit no more. So he went and started his own thing. I don't think, because Jacob is not a birthright to Esau. So why would he despise Jacob? But it says clearly he despised his birthright, which is all the shit because Jacob's not a birthright. Nikki opinion, but that's what it fucking says. And now we are going on to 26. I am Nikki K the Great, and this is my party pen where all the weirdos of the sheep come to hear the Bible awesomely. Not very churchy. So Come in, come in. Press like on your way to the kitchen to get you some keep other people alive juice because it is a weekend and keeping people alive for the weekend is and it's a holiday weekend, so keeping people alive is highly important because nobody wants to be killed on a holiday. So make sure you have extra keep other people alive juice. Yep. And the other bad thing, all right, we don't have any weed, but we do have resin. So we're gonna be like the supervillain song "Smoking Resin" because our main bitch, Mary Jane, has gone on a journey to Oregon. So we're stuck with her best friend, Resin. So that's what we're doing. And also reading chapter 26. It's going to be so fucking fantastic. So I would prefer you didn't pack Larry with resin, but nah, if you have to, you have to. But let's try to use the Mother's Day bowl first. Okay? Okay. So we're passing around the Mother's Day bowl today with a bowl full of resin. It's going to be great. Anyway, we are on chapter 26 and we are about to smoke it, drink it, and read it. Good job. Sorry that took so long. Well, you probably do not know how long that took. That took a quite some time. And I forgot to ask you, did you take your medicine? Do you have your medicine? I have my medicine. So take your medicine. And then that took a long ass time because the baby cat is in heat. And she was crawling across the floor using one arm, like her nails, like digging in the carpet and scooting on her back. Shit was so funny. So now we are going to chapter 26. Here we go. Ah, okay. Now, there was a famine in the land beside the previous famine that occurred in the days of Abe. So Isaac went to Gerar, to Abimelech, the king of the Philistines. Remember, during Abe, he was just the king of Gerar. And then, when he came back to Abe, like, to be a nice guy, instead he went to the land of the Philistines. So now, I guess, the same king, Abimelech, is king of the Philistines. Okay? And the Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Stay in the land which I tell you. Sojourn in this land. I will be with you and bless you. For you and your descendants I will give all these lands, and I will establish the oath which I swore to Abe. And I will multiply your descendants as the stars of heaven, and I will give your descendants all these lands." Oh my God. Okay. So I will multiply your descendants as the stars of heaven, and will give your descendants all these lands, and by your descendants all the nations of the earth shall be blessed. Because Abe obeyed me and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Okay, so Isaac lived in Gerar. Remember, this is the same king that Abe and Sarai tricked. Okay? So Isaac's mom and dad tricked this king. Keep that in mind. And, because, okay. So Isaac lived in Gerar. And when the men of the place asked about his wife, he said, "She is my sister." For he was afraid to say, "My wife," thinking the men of that place might kill me. So he thought, they're going to kill me because Rebecca, look at her. And it came about when he had been there a long time that Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked through a window and saw, behold, Isaac was caressing his wife, Rebecca, in public. Was they PDA? They was PDA. And King Face was like, what the fuck? How did he not know he was Isaac's son? Like, or Abraham's son. How did he not know that? Because isn't there a census you have to name? Like, I don't know. Maybe they haven't had a census. Maybe the Philistines don't do a census. Okay. Anyway, Abimelech was like, behold, certainly she is your wife. How then did you say it's my sister? And Isaac said, the same reason my dad did. Hey, he didn't say that because I don't know if they knew that. But how did Abimelech not know? Right? He's king face. He should know everything. But he did not know somehow Abe had a kid. Like, that was a big deal for Abe to have a kid. So, why didn't the king know? They were supposed to be friends. Listen. And Isaac was like, because I said, lest I die on account of her. See, I don't know if that's romantic or not because Abe did the same thing. He's like, Sarai, you're my sister. And then God's like, fuck you, King Face. But this part I don't understand. It was a big deal for Abe to have Isaac. How did the king not know that? I don't know. And Abimelech said, what is this you have done to us? Just like your daddy. He doesn't know that. Okay. And Abimelech's like, the fuck, dude. They might have killed your wife. No, it doesn't say that. The people would have easily lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us. Yeah, but if you would have killed Isaac, you wouldn't have ever known. No, no, because they do. They pull the women's pants down in public and then spread the legs, and somehow they're like, Ed is a virgin. I don't know how, because even the parents had to bring underwear or something. So it's a whole fucking thing. I don't think we've got there yet, but that is a rule, and that is a whole fucking thing. So at this time, I don't know exactly how they would tell if she was a virgin or not. I don't exactly know. Unless she was getting blowed out daily, then they would know. But I don't I don't think they would know the first time unless they were a gyno. Were there gynos back then? Listen, I don't know. Okay. Now, Isaac sowed in that land, reaped in the same year 100-fold. The Lord blessed him, and the man became rich and continued to grow richer until he became very wealthy. Ah, the juice. The actually. actually. I don't know if they're really Jews or not, but I think everybody in this little circle that Abe had going on, I think everybody was a Jew, a follower of Abraham. So, I don't exactly know, but we are about to find out. Okay. And for he had possessions of flocks, herds, a great household. So the Philistines envied him. Okay, so they're not Jews this time. I guess they're not Jews. They're Philistines. And they was like, fuck this Jew. Now, all the wells which Abe's servants had dug in the days of Abe, the Philistines stopped up by filling them with earth. Yeah, but why though? See, this is one of those things. Like if you want to get rid of the people, you got to take over their jobs. You got to say fuck these guys and run them out on your own. That's what these Philistines did. They was like, Isaac, good rich guy. So we're gonna make it hard for him to live. Hint, fucking hint. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, you gotta go, dude. You are way too fucking rich to live in my giant ass kingdom. No, you can't find somewhere else to go. You cannot be here at all. Like, at all. You got to go. And so Isaac departed from there and camped in the valley of Gerar and settled there. Okay, so he did say. Isaac's like, I'm gonna go to this place over here. It's right outside the city lines. It's in the same county, but it's outside. Then Isaac dug again the wells of water which had been dug in the days of his father. For the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham. And he gave them the same names which his father Abe had given him. But when Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found there a well flowing with water, the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with the herdsmen of Isaac, saying, this water is ours. You're not even from here. You're Jew. You can't have our water. The fuck you think it? I need your motherfucking brain. You can't have my will. I'm just kidding, but that is definitely ICP. It was a couch, not a water well. Anyway, the Philistines are like, our water, you're Jew. So he named the well ESSAC because they contended with him. Then he dug another well, and they quarreled over it too. So he named it Sitna. And he moved away from there and dug another well, and they did not quarrel over it. So he named it Rehoboth. For he said, at last the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. Did you listen to some Lil Wayne? Did you listen to Drop the World? The spot gets smaller and I get bigger. Trying to get him where I fit in. he was Isaac was listening to Lil Wayne. He was getting pumped up, getting get up. Okay. And then he went up from there to Beersheba. Is that the Beersheba your stepmom named? or the Beersheba your dad named? Who doesn't know? And the Lord appeared to him the same night and said, I am the God of Abraham. Do not fear, for I am with you. I will bless and multiply your descendants for the sake of Abe. So he built an altar there and called upon the name of the Lord and pitched his tent. And Isaac's servants dug a well. Then Abimelech came to him again with his advisor Ahuzzath and Phicol, the commander. And Isaac said, the fuck do you guys want? Like, you already kicked me out and I left, and now you're coming back. What the fuck? Man, you bitches need to go somewhere. I'm sorry, King Face, but I'm not bothering you. Okay? And they said, we see plainly that the Lord has been with you. So we said, can there be an oath between us? Like your father's sacrifice. Not exactly sure why, but we was friends. So can we do the same for you? We were friends, but I did not know you were his son. I don't think I still know that you're his son, but we made good friends. So, can we make good friends? And then Isaac made them a feast, ate and drank, and in the morning. So the king spent the night with Isaac. Oh, this is fucking weird. And in the morning, they arose early, exchanged phone numbers. That's not what it says. They exchanged oaths. Then Isaac sent them away, and they was like, deuces, we're good friends. Call me. And Isaac's like, okay. uh, Now it came about that same day that Isaac's servants came and said, we have found water. So he called it Sheba. Therefore, the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. What the fuck? He already went to Beersheba. Oh, his mom named a place Beersheba. Well, his stepmom named a place Beersheba. And his dad named a place Beersheba. How many places are called Beersheba? Whoa, what is happening? I don't know what's happening. Oh my God, what is happening? Okay. And when Esau was 40, he married Judith, the daughter of Beeri, the Hittite, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon Musk, the Hittite. That is not what it says. But he did marry the daughter of somebody called Elon, and he was a Hittite. And they brought grief to Isaac and Rebekah. See, that's what he gets for being your favorite, Isaac. See why you picking favorites. All right, we're going to pause right here. We're going to get a refill. We're going to repack the Mother's Day bowl with resin. Resin. Hey, listen, that song is by a band called Supervillains. They're from Florida, but they have a song called Resin. Check it out if you can, because this song is fucking funny. Anyway, we're taking a break and we're getting a refill. We're going pee. We're gonna smoke a cigarette real quick, and then we're coming right back to my party pit. Okay, next chapter, 27. Or 27. The first word I see in this chapter is deception. My bad. Could you imagine? 20 deception. I'm sorry, I'm retarded all the time. Anyway, um, whoever had this Bible before me named it Jacob's Deception. This is the craziest one of the craziest stories about Jake. Okay, now it came about when Isaac was old, and his eyes were too dim to see, that he called his older son Esau and said to him, "My son." And he was like, "Sup, Dad?" And Isaac said, "Behold, now I am old, and I do not know the day of my death. Now, then, please take your gear, your quiver, and your bow. Go out into the field and hunt some game for me, and prepare a savory dish for me, such that I love, and bring it to me that I may eat, so my soul may bless you before I die." Okay, this is another part of the story. We need to find out if Esau really if Esau really hates Jacob. So we're gonna find out. Get prepared though, this shit is stupid as fuck. For real. Okay. This is so dumb. Jacob is out of control for this. I just wanna say, like, if when it comes to Edward and Jake, I'm team Jake. I mean, when it comes to Esau and Jake, I'm team Jake. But this is straight fucked up. Okay. Prepare that I may eat. And Rebecca was ear hustling while Isaac spoke to Esau. So when Esau went to the field to hunt for game to bring home, Rebecca said to her son Jacob, "I heard your father talking to Esau, and Esau's not going to keep his deal with you, dude." She did not say that, but she said, "Your dad was talking to Esau." So he told him, bring for me some meat and prepare a savory dish for me, even though Esau can't cook. But he wants Esau to make him some food. Now, therefore, Jake, do what I tell you. Go now to the flock and bring me some two choice kids from there. And I am going to make your dad some food. So don't even worry about it. Just go get it. So Jacob said to his mom, "Listen, Esau is hairy as fuck and he's got a certain way of talking. And I'm not hairy. I'm super sexy. Perhaps my father will feel me. Then I shall be as a deceiver in his sight, and I shall bring upon myself a curse and not a blessing." But his mom said, "Uh, Don't fucking worry about it. I said I got a plan, man. Listen, I don't ear hustle for no reason. Listen, respect the game, bro." That's not what she said. So Jake went and got them and brought them to his mom, and she made him some good ass food. It was better than Jake's soup. Listen, it was like, oh my god. What is the word? Benito something. Benito. Delicioso. Mwah, so good. And she gave him she took the best garments of Esau, which were with her in the house, and made Jake dress like Esau. And she put the skins of the kids on his hands and the smooth part of his neck. She also gave him food and bread, and she had Jacob take it to Isaac. And when he came to his father, he said, "Yo, Dad." And he said, "Okay, what's up? Who's you?" And Jake was like, "I am Esau. I have done as you have told me. Sit and eat, that you may bless me." And Isaac said to his son, "How the fuck that happened so fast? Listen." And then Isaac said to Jacob, "Come here. I want to feel you. Because you sound like Jake, but you feel like Esau." uh, 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 uh. So, and he said, "Are you really?" Isaac said, "Are you really Esau?" And Jake was like, "Yep." So he said, "Okay, bring me some food. I need to bless you." And so he ate the food and he drank. Then Isaac said to him, who he thinks is Esau, but it's actually Jake, says, "Please come close and kiss me." So he came close and kissed him. And when he smelled the smell of Esau from the clothes, he said, I, I, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field which the Lord has blessed. Now, may God give you the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth, and abundance of grain and new wine. May people serve you, and nations bow down to you. Be master of your brothers, and may your mother's sons bow down to you. Cursed be those who curse you, and bless those who bless you. Now, it came about as soon as Isaac had finished blessing Jacob, Esau, his brother, came in from hunting, and he also made savory food and brought it to his father. And he said, "Dad, get up, it's time to eat." And Isaac said, "The fuck is you, yo?" And he was like, Esau. And Isaac trembled violently and said, "Well, then who the fuck was that?" Right? Because I gave him all the blessings. He's got all the blessings, whoever that was. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried out with an exceedingly great bitter cry. And he said to his father, "Bless me, even me also, my father." Now remember, this whole time, Esau hates his birthright. So why is he crying because Isaac didn't bless him? He didn't want it. It said he didn't want it. Okay. And he said, "Your brother came deceitfully and has taken away your blessing." And then he said, "Is he not rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times." No, no, no. It's only one time. It was the same thing. You was gonna trick him, Esau, because you shouldn't have got this blessing in the first place because it wasn't yours to get. So you were gonna trick Jacob just as well. So don't be fucking smart. Why is he being smart? Because Isaac's got sweet written across his forehead. Listen. Okay, so he is counting it as 2. He took away my birthright. He has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he has taken away my blessing. And he said, What about Jake's blessing? Doesn't Jake get one? Can I just have that one? Can you bless me? And Isaac was like, no, no, because I gave everything to Jake because you was gonna trick him with that deal that you guys made. Because I'm literally giving him your birthright that you sold to him. But maybe it's not. But Isaac's like, I gave it to him along with everything that I was going to give you. And Esau was like, you only have one blessing. Are you kidding me? How many sons do you have? And there's only one. Listen, this seems unfair a little bit because how are you going to go boink all these chicks and have all these kids but not have that many blessings? Not even a bless you, like Gesundheit, bless you. Not even anything like that. Listen. So Esau lifted his voice and wept. Then Isaac, his father, answered and said, away from the fertility of the earth shall be your dwelling, and away from the dew of heaven from above. And by your sword you shall live, and your brother you shall serve. But it shall come about when you become restless, that you shall break his yoke from your neck. So Esau bore a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing which his father had blessed him. And Esau said to himself, the days of mourning for my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. Okay, so this right here is saying Esau probably hates Jacob, but it changes. Okay, so this part right here does say Esau is begrudgingly. He's begrudgingly dealing with Jacob until his dad dies. Okay. Now, the words of her elder son, Esau, were reported to Becca, and she went and called her younger son and said to him, your, your brother is going to kill the fuck out of you, dude. He's going to kill your face. So listen, you got to do something. Something's going to happen. Listen, listen. Go, son, obey my voice. Go. Flee to Haran to my brother Laban and stay with him a few days until your brother's fury subsides, until your brother's anger against you subsides, and he forgets what you did to him. He's never going to forget that. But maybe he will because he's like, well, I kind of did sell it to him. Maybe that's what happens. Maybe Esau's like, I kind of did this. I did this a little bit, right? And she's like, go to Laban and I will send and get you from there. Why should I be bereaved of both of you in one day? And Becca said to Isaac, I am tired of living because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob takes a wife from these people, I will be so fucking mad and I will die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. And we're gonna end right there until later. Maybe tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for watching. I love you so very much. It is so great. I love you. So, Have the greatest day ever. Keep your head down, your nose cleaned, and your shoes tied. Don't get ready, stay ready.